Bruce Willis' wife reveals heartbreaking way their young children are dealing with his dementia. Bruce Willis' wife, Emma Hemming Willis, has detailed the heartwarming way their children are dealing with the actor's dementia. The die-hard actor's family confirmed in 2023 he had been diagnosed with frontotemporal degeneration, FTD, after stepping back from acting the previous year. FTD is an uncommon type of dementia with frontotemporal referring to the two areas of the brain that are most affected, the frontal lobes at the front and the temporal lobes around the sides. Some 55 million people worldwide are living with dementia, an incurable disease. In a recent interview with ABC News, Emma revealed that Willis moved out to a second home away from children Mabel, 13, and Evelyn, 11. While the 47-year-old labeled it as one of the hardest decisions the family has made, she believes it is the right one. Emma more recently spoke to Vogue Australia about how her children are dealing with their father's declining health. "I think they are doing well, all things considered, but it's hard," she told the outlet. "They grieve. They miss their dad so much. He's missing important milestones. That's tough for them. But kids are resilient. Although, I used to hate hearing that because people didn't understand what we were walking through." Emma continued, "I don't know if my kids will ever bounce back, but they are learning and so am I." While the children are understandably struggling, Emma herself has been through the mill in recent years following her husband's diagnosis. She said, "I've had to learn to walk alongside the grief. It's always with me. I can't shake it, but I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to be sad and all the feelings and emotions I'm going to feel. But I am also not going to just allow it to be this one note of that." Due to the nature of his disease, Willis is now living in a one-story house with a full-time caring team away from his family. "When we go over, either we're outside or we're watching a movie, it's just really about being able to be there and connect with Bruce," Emma told ABC News. "It is a house that is filled with love and warmth and care and laughter. And it's been beautiful to see that, to see how many of Bruce's friends continue to show up for him, and they bring in life and fun." Emma has continued to provide health updates on her husband over the past few years. Bruce Willis' wife makes heartbreaking divorce admission amid actor's dementia diagnosis. Emma Hemming Willis has admitted she considered divorcing Bruce Willis before his devastating dementia diagnosis. The 70-year-old die-hard actor's family confirmed in 2023 that he had been diagnosed with frontotemporal degeneration, FTD, after stepping back from acting the previous year. FTD is an uncommon type of dementia. Frontotemporal refers to the two areas of the brain that are most affected, the frontal lobes at the front and the temporal lobes around the sides. The incurable disease impacts millions of families across the globe, with more than 55 million people living with dementia worldwide. Emma sat down with Oprah Winfrey to discuss family life and Willis' health, in a podcast where she admitted to considering a divorce prior to the actor's dementia diagnosis. "We weren't aligning on things we used to," Emma told the chat show host. "Our values didn't seem to be matching anymore. 100% thought about divorce. Yes. I didn't understand how our relationship was so connected. We were so enmeshed. And yet, all of a sudden things started falling apart." The former model went on to say these struggles happened for a few years before both her and Willis felt they had to pay the doctors a visit. She added to Oprah, "I was just annoyed with him. I didn't understand what was happening in the conversations we were having. We just weren't aligned and I didn't know why. He wasn't raising his hand about anything, and I did contemplate divorce." The chat show host went on to ask Emma if she felt the true reality of his diagnoses hit Willis in 2022 when he received it. "I don't think it landed, and I'm grateful for that," Emma explained. In a different interview with ABC News, Emma revealed that Willis moved out to a second home away from children Mabel, 13, and Evelyn, 11. "Bruce would want that for our daughters. He would want them to be in a home that was more tailored to their needs, not his needs," the 47-year-old said. She noted it was one of the hardest decisions the family has ever had to make. These days, the die-hard actor is living in a one-story house with a full-time caring team due to the nature of the progressive disease. "When we go over, either we're outside or we're watching a movie, it's just really about being able to be there and connect with Bruce," Emma continued. "It is a house that is filled with love and warmth and care and laughter. And it's been beautiful to see that, to see how many of Bruce's friends continue to show up for him, and they bring in life and fun. Bruce Willis' wife reveals how they developed own language in heartbreaking dementia admission. Emma Hemming Willis has revealed she and her husband, Bruce Willis, have crafted their own language so they may continue communicating amid his continued dementia struggles. The 70-year-old die-hard icon was informed in 2022 that he has aphasia, a disorder impacting how the brain comprehends and or formulates language. As per the Mayo Clinic, aphasia can affect how you speak, as well as the way you write. A year later, Willis was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, FTD, an uncommon, slow-developing form of dementia that causes problems with behavior, personality, and language. Due to the development of the incurable neurodegenerative disease, the father of 3 retired from Hollywood. His last credit was Jesse Atlas Assassin, with Dominic Purcell and Nomzamo Mbatha. Emma, who has been married to Willis since March 2009, has opened up about her husband's language struggles in a new interview with The Times. The model explained to the outlet that the pair don't communicate traditionally, but rather in their own unique way. Bruce and I now have our own language, our own way to be with each other, the 47-year-old explained. It's just about sitting with him, walking with him, listening to him as he tries to verbalize in his own language, hearing him, validating him. You know, she continued, alleging the situation for the family was hard whilst calling FTD an unkind disease. It constantly takes. Even when you think it can't take any more, it takes a little more. She added that on Thursday, September 11th, Emma's book, The Unexpected Journey, Finding Strength, Hope in Yourself on the Caregiving Path, detailing her years caring for Willis, was released via HarperCollins. The memoir is described as a deeply personal and richly compassionate supportive guide, designed to help caregivers care for themselves while they navigate a loved one's dementia. In an excerpt shared by US Weekly, Emma explained why the decision was made for the death becomes her star to move out of the family home and into separate living quarters with 24-hour care. The announcement was previously made during Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey, a Diane Sawyer special, which aired on August 26th. She alleged that while the choice was painful, it was one she believed Willis would want.